Welcome back to Blown Budget Garage. On this episode, I'm going to get this engine in. That's all there is to it. I'm going to find a way to get this engine in. I'm waiting on my buddy to come up with his tractor, and we might even get storms today. So this actually might take place over a few days, and then I'll condense it down into one episode. But I have to get the engine in, but I also have a lot of other parts that I can start putting in, like my battery tray, and get the battery in there, and just all sorts of little small things that I can be working on while I'm waiting on him to come up here. So it's already hot, I'm sweating, and it's only in the morning, you know, it's already summertime here in Tennessee, I swear. But yeah, at any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting as many parts as I can out of our closet and into the car, so my wife will stop searching on the interwebs for a divorce lawyer. Let's get to work. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start in the back so I can just show y'all what I got done. So up underneath here, if you see, that's a brand new rear brake hose. I went ahead and tested on the brake lines themselves, and I found no leaks, and they seem to be working fine. So I'm going to go ahead and try them. If they do start to leak, it's no big deal, I'll just replace them. But I got that back brake hose in. And then, let's come around to the front of the car, shall we? Or inside. I got my climate control system out. Now, I know some of y'all might be wondering, why are you doing all this? And I even had one guy say that I turned a 1-year project into a 5-year project. But here's the deal. Without removing that, let me see if I can get this to focus. Look at that. This is still salvageable. I can knock all of that off and, you know, get it painted and protect that metal. But had I not, I don't know when it would have happened, but that would have ate through. And I would basically have just been wasting my time. So if you're wondering why I'm doing some of the stuff that I'm doing, it's because it needs to be done. I'm not just doing it for the sake of doing it. Now I will say, let me go ahead and turn this camera around. Now, what I will say is that I'm not putting my climate control system back in. The air conditioning portion of it was completely shot. What you couldn't see, maybe I should have showed you, I suppose I still can. But the metal was rotted out. When I tried to take the housing out a few episodes back, you know, the plastic was so brittle that it just broke off. So I'm not going to have air conditioning or heating, which is fine because I'm not gonna be driving this car in the winter. And in the summertime, I'm gonna roll the windows down because that's just cool, you know? So at any rate, let me finish showing y'all what else I got done. So bear with me for a second. All right, so as you can see, that's a brand new brake hose. Now my brake line going from here up to right there, it broke on me. But that's so far, that's the only one that broke. Now over here, I went ahead and got my new brake hose in and my brake line reattached. Now what I did was I just took some non-chlorinated brake clean and I sprayed it through it to see if it had any leaks, and everything came out the other end, and when I blew on it I didn't feel any air, so we'll see. But this side is done, so let's go ahead and bring y'all over here. So the steering wheel, I went ahead and sanded it down best that I could, used some some etching primer, self-etching primer, and then some filler primer. As you can see, this is the self-etching primer on this piece of it. It's still drying, ready for paint. But I got this ready to go because, like I told y'all, I said what I really wanted to do. This looks like crap, but don't mind it. That's just tape to protect the chrome, and also right there. So yeah, let me go ahead and turn this camera around. So what I told y'all I wanted to do is that when I got the engine in, I wanted to be able to use the key. And I have to get this done anyways, but for me, I mean, yeah, I could get, you know, a trigger starter and yada, 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 but I just don't want to. It just seems like a waste of money. At this point anyways. Maybe it's not, who knows, but I have to, like I said, I got to do this anyways. And if I get everything wired in and I can just turn the key and start the engine that way, then I can run out and, you know, set my throttle up to about 2,000 RPMs while I'm braking in that cam. So all in all, I mean, this is what we got done so far, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and say that I've done all that I can in preparation for getting this engine in. I mean, I still have to technically get that drag link right there popped out so I can get the driver's side header in. But we're supposed to be getting some rain now, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get the engine in today, but that's not going to affect this episode, because what I believe is going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and wait until he's headed up with the tractor, and then I'm going to start filming again. So I promise y'all on this episode, I shouldn't promise, but I'm going to. I promise I'm going to do everything I can to get the engine in. Hopefully I do in fact get the engine in, because as of right now, I'm going to clean up and enjoy the last few hours of my weekend. And yeah, that's where we're at. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so today is the day. Believe it or not, it's been 3 weeks since that last segment, because we had a bunch of bad rain come in, storms come in, had some damage to the house. Every single weekend since that last segment, it's been raining, it's been storming. And yeah, so I want to give y'all a quick update on what's happening. So my buddy is on his way with this tractor, and the engine down in the shed, we're going to get it pulled. And he's bringing a trailer, because what we're doing is actually we're going to load the car up onto his trailer, and we're going to drive it to his house, because he's opened up his shop for me. So super exciting, because now I don't have to wait for, you know, sunny days when we're not even getting them very much. So yeah, so what I did was I went ahead and I got the 2 front tires on, got the car back on the ground. I didn't want to pull the trans out completely because I'm lazy, so I got it held up with a good old ratchet strap. And yeah, so as soon as he gets here, we're gonna get the car loaded up, get it to his house, get it in the shop, get all the parts that I got in my Jetta. We're gonna get them out, get everything cleaned up and laid out. And then the very next thing we're gonna do is put this engine in. So I'm super excited. All right, guys, so here we go, right? We got the engine in the shop, got the car in the shop, and the only thing that we got to do now is get the tractor pulled forward, get the engine kind of pulled into the front of the bay here. And luckily, the ceiling is high enough where it's going to allow for this using the tractor to use the bucket. So yeah, so here we're at. I mean, it took us all day just to get everything packed up and moved and everything else, but you know, we're now under 4 walls and a roof, so we're looking good. All right, guys, so as you can see, the drag link right there had to be removed, and the reason for it is because, believe it or not, with these headers, that drag link has to run through those pipes right here, right there. So that's off. Now I have to open these up a little bit, because I'm using bigger engine bolts, because the ones that, you know, ones that come on it, they're cheap and small and I don't like them. So I got to get the grinder out. I got to widen these out so that these stronger grade 8 bolts will fit. So I'm gonna hop on that next. All right, guys, so I went ahead and busted out the grinder over there and modified these. You can see the shiny new metal, so that now those sit in there nice. And well, kind of hard to do a little bit sometimes when you're holding the phone with the other hand, but that one sits in there nice. So I'm now ready to go ahead and throw these back onto the engine, and now the engine's ready to go in the car. So fingers crossed this goes smoothly. Okay, so we did the right thing, and we're putting the engine in using just the chain. So we don't have the ability to tip the engine forward and backwards. So we're kind of just doing everything a couple millimeters at a time. Yeah, so that's where we're at. It's really hot, so we're taking a break. So it'll be in soon, real soon. Wait a minute, go, 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 pen, pen, pen. I want everybody say thanks to my buddy Mark and my wife who's holding the phone. It took the three of us, but if you want to bring the camera in here, the headers are in, the engine is in. We just got to tighten up the engine mounts, put these gaskets on, and tighten up the headers. We had to, if you could pan back there, in order for this to work, we had to drop the trans completely. So we'll have to bring the trans up from the bottom. Make my hair show quality. Had to drop the transmission down. So once we get this buttoned up, get everything wired up, yada, 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 ready to go, the last thing I'm going to have to do is get the trans picked up from the bottom, get it back up in the cross member mounted back up, bolted up to the engine, but that's no big deal. So we're looking good. I think that's probably going to do it for this episode. Like I said, I told you at the beginning, I was going to get the engine in. The engine is in. I feel like I fulfilled my promise. So if y'all are happy, I'm happy. We're going to move on and get some more work done. That'll be for the next episode. Have a good week.